Of course, 0.30 is based on a true story. How do you research a role like this? And I take it you weren't actually able to meet the person that Maya is actually based on.
Yes. Yeah, Maya's currently working undercover in the CIA, so there was no opportunity to meet her. But I had 3 months before shooting to do as much research as I could get my hands on. I worked with Mark Bull, our screenwriter, who's an investigative journalist. I nicknamed him the Professor. And I basically went to school, learned about the CIA, learned about Maya. I read The Looming Towers. I read Michael Schur's book on Osama bin Laden because I realized a woman obsessed with catching Osama bin Laden should know as much about him as she could. And then I had to use my imagination to fill in the blanks of her personal life that I couldn't discover through my research, but still stay true to the research. I couldn't play it as Jessica Chastain as the CIA agent. I had to stay true to what she was. And then, of course, learning all the Arabic names and the CIA verbiage.
And is that one of the perks of being an actor, that you're able to actually, when you do this research, you learn so much as well about something that you might not have known as much about if you hadn't?
Yeah, of course. You know, for me, acting, when I'm acting, I feel part of something bigger than myself. And you know that expression, like, you don't judge a person until you walk a mile in their shoes? For me, acting is walking in other people's shoes. It's learning about other lifestyles, other ideologies and choices, and I feel like I just learn more about who we are as people through acting.
And the film is incredibly authentic and realistic. It could almost be sort of perceived as a flammable documentary. I just take it you took back pictures of the sort of terrorists and the targets and you put them up on your own walls, is that right?
Yes, I took all the pictures of the wanted terrorists and put them in my hotel room because Maya lived this for close to a decade. You know, it takes fanatical behavior to catch a fanatic. And I wanted to experience what it was like to be working on it all day and then to come home and still see the faces, so they never quite leave me. I only was filming the role for 4 months, and it was pretend. My life was never in serious danger. People's lives weren't, on my hands. I can't imagine what this girl went through for close to a decade. When I finished the movie, I was so happy to be done with the character, and all I wanted to do was just give her a hug, because I just felt so much empathy for her.
And you're playing a very strong female lead and a character that's sort of taking control in an otherwise kind of male-dominated environment. And that's almost something Kathryn Bigelow has done in the directing world. Were you able to take any tips from her in that respect or learn from her in that respect?
Yeah, I mean, Kathryn Bigelow never talks about the glass ceiling in Hollywood. And just like Maya never talks about the glass ceiling in the CIA. They're women that are known for their brilliant work. And when you're on set with Kathryn Bigelow, you just think, oh, she's a fantastic, brilliant filmmaker. And you don't think, and she's a woman. Because she focuses on the work. At the end of the day, if you are an expert, that's what you will be known for.
And congratulations on the Oscar nomination. You must
Thank
be really thrilled with that.
I'm so excited. I can't believe it. It's beyond.
And is there much sort of competition or banter between yourselves and the other sort of nominees? Because obviously there's the Jennifer Lawrence clip. I'm not sure if you've seen or heard about it.
I have heard about it. To be honest, and maybe this is wrong, I'm not a competitive person. I'm not, I believe you get back what you put out. That's just like my spiritual way of being. And if someone else gets a role or gets an award, I don't believe that they took it away from me. I believe it was their time. And so for me to be in this category with all these women that's a great honor because I think they're incredible and these are performances that I love.
Your career's come such a huge way in the past few years. I mean, you're one of the most sort of sought after sort of actors in the world at the moment. Did you ever envisage that would be the case 2 or 3 years ago? Did you see that it could progress this much?
No. To be honest, no. I never imagined. I struggled for so long, and I could not, get film auditions, and it's almost like I could not be heard or seen. And it was Al Pacino casting me in Salome in a play version that started to change all of that. So to see, my films have only been out for 2 years. To see what's happened in 2 years, I could have never in a million years imagined it would have been like this.
I mean, currently, Mama and 0.30, occupy the first and second spots in the US box office. I mean, well, Mama's not actually out here for one.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about that.
It's incredible. I mean, but you know what? last year, The Help was #1 and The Debt was #2. And so it's happened 2 years in a row. And it also happened with movies that show a strong female. The Debt, The Help, Mama, and Zero Dark 30 are female-driven films. And for a long time, I kept hearing that studios didn't want to make movies that were female-driven because they didn't believe they had an audience. But now I'm like, okay, guys, 2 years in a row, The Help and The Debt, #1 and #2, and now Mama and Zero Dark 30, #1 and #2. Hopefully that means the tide is changing.
And very encouraging to actresses such as yourself and young actresses.
Incredible, incredibly encouraging. I mean, you look at look at history. Katharine Hepburn and Greer Garson and Marlene Dietrich, these incredible actresses that weren't playing victims. They were playing really smart, capable women. And I'm excited to see that that's coming back.
Thank you so much for your time today. It's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.